Hello guys, welcome back to another trading video. Today I want to cover one of the best strategies while trading, which is the Pitchfork strategy. The Pitchfork is a tool here you can find on TradingView under the left side. If you right click here and go down, you see this Pitchfork. You can mark it as a star, so I have it here in my toolbar. The Pitchfork looks something like this. This is the original Pitchfork, and you draw it like this on your chart. So what we are looking for are three pivots. This is the original Pitchfork. Then if you right click it, we have the shift Pitchfork, which is a similar version, but it's more bent. And then we have a modify shift, which is also a little bit more bent higher. So what we're looking for on the Pitchfork is a three pivot. So when markets are trending like this, we're looking for three pivots. And usually it's the three latest ones. So for example, here, the lowest low on this chart here is this low here, correct? So we're looking for this low here, and then we're looking for the highest high after this low, which is here. After that, we look for the next low. We look to the right, which is here. So when we have three pivots, we connect the Pitchfork like this, 1, 2, 3, and then we place the original. And usually the price, when it comes back to this Pitchfork, it always has a reaction, because this is where algorithms are programmed to sell. They're programmed to find fair value in the market, so they start selling. So if this looks a bit confusing, don't worry, we'll get into the chart right now. So we are here on the South African index. This is just one index on random, because this works in every market, this Pitchfork strategy. So as you can see here, we had made all-time highs here, and the market was trending downwards. So let's see now, we are looking for the highest pivot on the chart, which is this one here. And after the highest, we look for the lowest, which is this one here. After the lowest, again, we look to the right, what's the next high pivot? It's here. So now we have three pivots. So let's choose the Pitchfork, attach it to the highest high, to the lower, and to the next high. And in this case, we have the original, but the original is very steep. So we want to have the least steep Pitchfork. So we right click it and choose shift Pitchfork. You can see here on the shift we choose the modify shift. You see here on the modify shift Pitchfork, price came exactly to target. We just remove these circles here. Price was trending down. If we go here to the 2 hours, it's easier to see. Price was trending down here, and as soon as we got a touch here at the Pitchfork, price reversed immediately. So this is the power of the Pitchfork. If you actually want to predict tops and bottoms while trading, it works for crypto as well. I'll cover crypto soon. This is actually very, very good, because you can just easily enter a long position here. I usually don't leave a big stop, because the algorithms are so powerful when they start to buy. We don't usually get that deep reaction. Usually I look for a pivot. Here we have a pivot, so I usually just look to the left, the next pivot, and put my stop under that. So we had our stop just under that pivot, and usually I aim for a 10 to 1. So here is an easy 10 to 1 example in just a few hours, just like that. So this is the power of the Pitchfork, and I can show you any market, any time frame, the power of it works for any market, any time frame. You can see here again how we had a bounce here, and then eventually we broke down. Usually we get two bounces, and before then price breaks down. So if we now go forward to the chart, we can see here again, here we made a significant high. So we mark this high here, and then we mark the low, and then we mark the next high, which is this one here. So if we draw here again the Pitchfork from here to here to here, and if we choose the shift Pitchfork this time, because we always first want to be looking for the shift Pitchfork. In case we break through it, we go to the modify shift. In this case, you can see they're very, very close to each other. So here on the shift Pitchfork, again, price comes down. We just get a slight wick through, which is very, very normal, and then bam, price just goes crazy. So in this case, how do we trade it? We take a long position right at the right at the median line. And then again, you want to find the low. Here is a small low we have. So you put your stop just under this low. So we have the stop just under that low. And then we want to aim for a 10 to 1. In this case, you can see 10 to 1 successful trade. So we just made from this, only this index, we just made 20 to 1 or 20 to 2 basically. We just made 20 risk to reward in just 2 trades. And I'll show you even the more crazy thing about this Pitchfork. From this pivot here, if you want to project where it's going to be the next pivot. So if we remove this Pitchfork just for now, and we take from these lows to these highs to the next lows, and we go on the original. When we're on smaller time frames, we want to go to the original Pitchfork when it's we're looking closer into the chart. So again here you could have easily have sold if you wanted to get out. Then we had a small correction, then back here. Do you see the power of the Pitchfork? You can just trade these median lines and make a lot of money. And you see how the wicks get through, but we never get a close. So as soon as you see price going through this median line, just start selling or start buying if it's on the downside. You can start shorting here, and that's how you can make a lot of money. Another example I'll show you here. It gets easier to spot by time. It might be a bit confusing in the beginning if you're not used to this type of Pitchforks, but I'll show you here. Another example. We have a high here, a low, and the next high. So what do we do in this situation? Let's try a Pitchfork. And let's, in this case, use a shift Pitchfork. Since the modified shift is super steep, so in this case we want to use a shift Pitchfork, and hoping that price will come down here. So let's say we take a long position, and right now we don't have any lows here to the left, so we want to be a bit careful here. So in this case I would just look at the outside this green candle around these lows here I would put. And in this case, we would like to aim for, I would say, these highs here. So because we have a bigger stop, I don't want to aim for a 10 to 1 because it will be too unrealistic. So let's try this trade here. Let's see what happens. Bam. Exactly. You can see how we touch the median line here. We just remove this median line exactly to the tick. And bam, we take out these highs where we start the Pitchfork from. So this is the power of these crazy Pitchforks, and you can obviously see how much money you can make from just by entering on these median lines, and price always has these crazy reactions because it's the algorithms that are selling from there. So here obviously we came back down, and yeah, that was it. You can see we got again a reaction. Usually I don't trade these type of reactions twice, only the first time. But in this case we could draw again a Pitchfork like this, and on the original this time you can see because price is trending so steeply. So in case we now get price movement down here, it's going to be an excellent time to buy here. But we have to look at that in the future. So this is just the basics of Pitchforks. I just wanted to show you how powerful they can be to actually predict tops and bottoms when it comes to the crypto market, to all types of markets actually. Again here, if we go to the S&P 500, this is actually a trade I recently took. We drew from these lows here, this Pitchfork, to the all-time highs and to the recent lows. And you can see here again, if we go on the 1 hour, how we had a beautiful reaction from this Pitchfork. So we started selling here. If we go on the bigger time from the 4 hour, you see it's just a wick. So when we see this wick here, you just start shorting here, and price of course went down. So it's very difficult to lose with this type of Pitchfork strategy, because you always get a reaction, and that's my whole philosophy around it. As long as you don't lose any money, you can take hundreds of trades, and you can always move your stop to break even, even if your take profit target doesn't get reached. So let's say you have a long position and you have target like this, and price comes down and bounces up. and it goes sideways. Then you move your stop to break even. So you remove this. So even if price never goes to target and you just get stopped out, you don't have lost anything. And you can just move on to the next trade. And in this sense, you can take bigger risk. You don't have to risk 1% of your account. You can take 5 or even 10% of your account. And this is how you can actually build up your account very, very quickly. If you're interested to learn more about this strategy, please comment down below and I'll make another video where I'll go more into depth of this Pitchfork strategy. Otherwise, I thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe if you like my content.